Sometimes happiness isn't enough, she said, pulling her hands away. Sometimes you need passion, intensity, the feeling that someone would do anything for you. I just don't feel that with us anymore. The language she was using sounded like phrases I'd heard her friends say during their wine night discussions. This didn't sound like Emma speaking from her own heart, it sounded like Emma repeating talking points that had been drilled into her head. Is this about something specific? I asked, genuinely confused. Have I done something wrong? Said something that hurt you? If there's a problem, we can work through it together. Emma shook her head, and I could see tears forming in her eyes. It's not about anything you've done wrong. It's about what you haven't done. You've never fought for me, Jake. You've never shown me that you'd go to extraordinary lengths to keep me. You're just so comfortable with everything. And there it was, the influence of her friends, particularly Chloe's obsession with men who fight for love. Emma was breaking up with me not because our relationship was flawed, but because it was healthy and stable. I looked at this woman I'd spent 2 years loving, supporting, and building a life with, and I realized that she'd allowed her toxic friends to convince her that drama and instability were signs of true love. Emma, I said quietly, what exactly would fighting for you look like? What do you want me to do? She seemed surprised by the question, as if she'd expected me to immediately launch into passionate pleas for her to reconsider. I don't know. Something. Anything that shows you care enough to not just accept this. In that moment, I had a choice. I could play the role her friends had convinced her I should play, beg, plead, make a scene in the restaurant, chase after her dramatically. I could feed into the toxic dynamic they'd created and reinforce the idea that love should be a constant battle to prove worthiness. Or I could respect both Emma's stated decision and my own dignity. Okay, I said simply, signaling the waiter for our check. Emma's face showed confusion and something that looked like panic. Okay? That's it? You've told me you want to break up, I replied calmly. I'm not going to try to talk you out of a decision you've clearly thought about. If this is what you want, then I respect that. I paid the check, including a generous tip for our server who'd had to witness this awkward scene, and stood up from the table. Emma remained seated,